Here we go. And hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Got a game that I played versus our special guest here in the studio,
Hey
Beast of the
there.
East. Welcome back. Pleasure to have you
It's
with
a,
me again.
it's a pleasure to be back.
And pleasure to be playing some good quality 1v1s in the Gates of Hell official Discord in the ranked section. Um,
Yep.
this game was a really good one on a map that doesn't usually get played that often, Lerstein Gap. I think that's how it's pronounced.
I think so too. And if I were to try to pronounce it, I'd probably get it way wrong. But honestly here, yeah, I gotta say I'm quite how do you say satisfied with my performance at the beginning. Last time I played on this map, I got absolutely wrecked by German grenade rifles
Really?
when I was playing. Yeah, I was playing a guy named Greg, and he had him in a really good position that like covered like basically 75% of the midpoint, and it was hard. It was rough. I
Uh,
kept getting one shotted.
this, yeah, you definitely have a good start in that. A good start to this one for sure. Um, I
And
notice you
here
love to
comes
get
my
guys in these
flanking building
buildings.
play.
Me
Yes, I
too.
mean, because it's usually I think right, is because it's usually like it's a good spot to shoot on your side of the street of the town.
And you can't.
Unfortunately, my guys got minced, but it worked. It worked.
Oh, my guys did too. I've been wiped. I've got one guy here or two guys left. Well, now one guy left, and those buildings are
Mhm.
quite frustrating because you can't Panzer Shrek a hole in the side of them or Panzerfaust either, and they don't really burn down either because they're made of stone, so they're quite difficult to get infantry out of those buildings actually. So
Oh yeah,
I had to
definitely.
get a little bit creative in this one to get rid of them, or to do, or at least we'll soon see what ends up happening. But you've got a lot of
Honestly, I
guys
forgot
pushed up
what you
here.
did.
We'll see. But you got a lot of guys in there at the start, so a good little 2-1 advantage. Um, I'd probably like to see, or if you're open to some feedback, some advice that I might have in this
Well,
situation.
I will definitely tell you this. This is gonna hurt me in the long run, but you see those two barrels next to that long building right there on your side? Right now the map is
Mm-hmm.
covering it. But basically, at the corner of that building is the spot where Greg shoved his freaking grenade rifleman at, and that was just a very domineering spot. It was so bad. Definitely, you should put your guys over there next time, and
Okay.
yeah, I guarantee your grenade rifleman won't get crazy kills because it was really bad when I was fighting him. It was so sad how hard I got wrecked by it.
Uh, sounds like good memories. But this is very difficult for me to push with grenadiers into this point versus SMG squads. Grenadiers are really made for like open defensive type maps,
Oh
especially
yeah,
a map like
definitely.
Farmstead, where you can sort of get up on
Hmm.
the hill and get set up with the
Definitely.
MG42s. But so I'm pretty much having. I knew I was going to have a hard time now that you're in the. Um, I was going to have a hard time getting it out of there until I could get STGs, which was my plan.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially because I'm on the all-around doctrine with the flamers. Finally, a little bit of
Yeah.
retribution and getting some payback for you in that freaking all-around flamethrower spam. Oh, it hurts so much.
This map actually was the one when we were doing our queue before the game. This is the one I really didn't. I was thinking I probably didn't want to play on, because how close this midpoint is, and I knew that you're very good with your micro, so I'd have to be I'd have my hands full on the midpoint. But as I see a bit of a push coming around the side here, got plenty of map presence over there, so I do get good warning for it, but
Hmm.
have to divert my
Definitely.
half track over there.
I gotta say, you're doing some pretty good infantry micro there. Managed to kill like 2 guys, and he's still alive.
That's all I can do is use grenades. When everyone has a K98, um, and I think I'm making a bit of a mistake with spamming grenadier squads here.
You think it would have been better to wait, because
Yeah,
you're oh no, I was gonna say if you were the all-around doctrine for the Germans, you get Jaeger squads filled with SMGs.
yeah, all the Fusiliers.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have an SCG squad here now.
Yeah, look how man. Just wait and see how well these guys do. They're the bane of my existence.
As the grenades bounce off the windows. I do throw a smoke at you in frustration to try and maybe give you lung cancer long term. Maybe that was
Lung
my
cancer.
that was the hope. Maybe throw a smoke grenade. I was playing the long game perhaps there, but here comes the flamethrowers. I love flamethrowers, especially the Soviet one is, I'm going to say, much more powerful than the German one.
No, it is hands down. That 10-meter range
Yeah,
difference really makes all the difference. And I'm pretty sure you were the one who taught me this. But the Germans, to compensate, get more ammunition, but honestly,
yeah,
it doesn't really matter
yeah. They
because I feel like the range is way more value, especially considering the fact that everybody will focus fire the flamethrower as soon as it
yeah,
appears on the map. So it's like the longer range is really going to help you, and
yep,
just the inconvenience of 30 meters, you just put yourself in a lot more risk of just getting destroyed.
absolutely. I think I was so focused on the midpoint here that I'm sort of neglecting the east, and so it's in the name. I mean, I should know, Beast of the East. You're gonna make a push, but here it comes, and eventually, I guess I'll deal with that. But a bit of direct control there, and you do have it. So
Honestly, I will tell you, it was a very nice play you did here with this one squad. You're able to pretty much, I think, if I can remember, like right here, right now, you just nullify that push for the most part. And I was too busy microing over there to notice the freaking flamethrower half track. I actually could have got rid of it like really easily if I saw it earlier, but
yeah,
unfortunately, I was full committed over here to this point. I was thinking to
yeah,
myself, man, I'm in so many buildings over there. Every single nook and cranny and crevice is gonna be hard for him to take it down. You see, because
yeah.
if I had seen that earlier and I could have ambushed you with my flamethrower, I could have at least decrewed it. You could have easily recruited, but in my opinion, I feel like that would have just been really nice because then I would have scared you and you probably would have just been backing up. Psychological warfare would have been good. Oh,
Psychological
sorry
warfare
for the
is the best.
notification.
Social, yeah, that's the best type of warfare, psychological warfare. As we see the
Mm-hmm.
Panzerfaust just failing against these liberation map buildings. So I buy my first field engineer because I know they come with demo
Satchel
charges.
charges.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've never ever
I
done
don't
that
know
before
if the
until
satchel charges get resupplied with ammo crates. You could have just kept throwing them. I don't know.
could have, could have. I think we'll have to find out. There's still so many things to learn. I think about this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very tricky to get in. I haven't even really got any presence inside this circle here because you got guys on both of the flanks. Um,
Yep.
so just
Unfortunate miss
swerve
by my Panzer Fifth.
max range. Yep, I'm gonna
You know,
get the demo charge
trying to
in here.
flank them didn't work.
So points are steadily ticked up. You're now at 633.
600, I think. Oh yeah, 633
So it
and counting.
makes sense to always be. I know when I'm locked in and playing this game well, I'm always like referring to my minimap more. But if I'm feeling not locked in and tired, then I know I'm just focused on what's happening on the screen and not looking at the map. So it always makes sense to have a look at the map, have a look at the points counter as well, or even the timer because all that information benefits you.
Oh yeah, no. I
'Cause
have
you can,
my biggest problem is that sometimes I get
tunnel vision.
so just tunnel vision that I don't pay attention either in the mini map. It's mainly with the score meter. At this point in the match, I didn't even know I had 600 points. If I
Yeah,
did,
might
I don't know, I
change.
probably would have
Yeah,
just fully, I don't know, it would have been better just to fully just give my attention to the midpoint. I'm not sure because I think the
yep.
constant little pressure there on your home point, I don't know. It would just be nice to get rid of, you know, your attention and
Mm.
get
Honestly,
those
that's
reinforcements out.
well. We'll see how we go. Whether we, how much pressure you do put on that east side. Um, got so many guys scattered around here. I do start to tick down some of the cut weight, but still, it's going to take me a lot of time and effort to clear you out.
Hmm.
And I'm still
You
dealing
know,
with it.
I will say this was another moment where I was fully committed over there onto the eastern side, and I wasn't paying attention. You were grenading me again. Once again, you pushed. Man, if I only were to pay attention back into the middle point, I could have got a flamethrower and killed so much infantry right there, or
Oh,
just could have got instantly killed. There's a lot of them there to shoot at me, but ooh, looking back in and seeing your perspective, it's like I didn't even know all those guys were back there. To be quite honest, I didn't really get too much vision. I only saw like a good handful in comparison to that
right.
giant cluster.
I'm doing a classic blob strategy. It's really something I don't like to do, but there's no room in there.
Oh,
I had to.
now now looking at it, I could have got a couple of nuclear grenades in there. Oh, shambles! It hurts to see. It hurts to see.
But now,
Honestly, with I
yeah.
think grenade plays right there would have maybe changed the course of the game. I'm not sure, but
Well, we'll see how we go because you're getting 2 points per second and there's only 200 points left, so
mhm.
you'll win in a couple of minutes if I don't
Yeah,
change things
but
around so I get my elite STGs in there.
yeah, no, those elite SCGs just absolutely make just Swiss cheese out of my infantry, as well as the fact that you had a freaking AA truck to support, and I didn't have my T-70 in position to sort of shoot it, mainly because I was afraid of sneaky AT detachments.
And now here I can tell you I was probably screaming at the screen. There's a traffic jam and crowds of goons sitting there. Get out the way.
Crowds of goons.
There we go. So you've
I
managed
got
to
assault
recap
sappers in
again,
here. Hmm.
and
Get a nice chicky ambush on your flame half track with my own flamer. Died
uh-huh.
for the cause though.
And now viewers keep an eye on that white triangle, that white arrow, because is it going to stay decrewed for very long is the question. I think I
I
see
hope
it
so.
driving off into the distance there. You've just done
Oh
one of the most cheeky things is to steal someone's vehicle and use it against them. And I'll give you a free
yeah, you
flamer.
know. I'll just tell you this. I feel every time I see one of my own vehicles get robbed by the enemy, I don't know, it's like a it just
It's
it just pains me to see.
it's a
It's
personal.
like
It's like an affront to your dignity. That's how it
your
feels.
dignity and your honor. That's funny.
And so you're still getting points here, and it's now 875. So I've had to call in some of my guys from the other point. I said, I don't think you're going to push me. I hope you're not going to push my home point still. Now this is pretty much my last chance, really. A
The
whole
Hail
bunch of
Mary.
SCG guys.
Ugh. I could
But
already
this
hear
flame,
him going off.
but this flamethrower could really do a number on me.
I got the half track again.
Good, very good. A couple of flamer kills too. Oh, I'll give you, I'll give everyone another trick that I don't think anyone's doing, or very few people doing, is binding attack move to a helpful keys so that when you're pushing through towns, instead of right-clicking and just getting them to walk into machine gun bullets, you get them to attack move into around corners. So
Machine gun bullets.
you get them to do that, and then at least they will stop as soon as they can and return fire, or even yeah. So attack move.
Unfortunate.
Panzer
I could have
first.
did some real damage in there.
Oh
I
yeah.
wonder if it would have been better to just full charge it in there because those Panzer 100s are really accurate. Managed to
Could
get
have
rid of
worked.
that flamethrower half track. I'm not sure.
You need to
You
kill a
know,
few more
maybe in the
guys.
future, maybe in the future I'll try. I'll try it out. Just hey, you know what? This is clearly just all gonna be just instant death. So I might as well just try to do as much damage as possible. I try to make it live as long as possible because I wanted it to just kind of constantly be there harassing you. But unfortunately,
Yep.
it wasn't meant to be.
I wonder if you were actually pop capped here, because
Was I pop
you
cap?
do. Or the 16-minute mark, you probably got a lot more CP actually. But I do find sometimes the population cap can sort of help you get back into the game when the person who has the advantage can't bring out more units. So
Honestly, I think I was, because I still a lot of those units there were just pretty much at most mid tier guards riflemen. There was only like I think every so often there was only like one or two assault sappers, not more than two assault sappers if I can recall correctly. But as you can see,
yeah,
my how do you say, piece de resistance has appeared, and well, I should have expected you to do the same thing.
yes, definitely. You got to have a artillery signaler on a map like this.
Mhm.
Did you?
Honestly, I forgot the all-around west doctrine had the artillery signaler.
Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah.
Yes, I did. It's been a while since I played it, and yeah, I forgot it comes with an artillery signaler. So I was thinking to myself, "Oh, I got this. This is gonna be easy." But then you shoot me with your own artillery fire. I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
I
Pardon
was.
my language, but
I've got
that was going through my head.
my flare pista de resistance.
Yep, he's got his own.
And so these grenadiers getting absolutely diced. But useful for a little bit of map control, but that's about it after this at this stage in the game. More field engineers, because I want to blow up more buildings. Although with the
Honestly, I
first,
wonder how useful they would be after the flame, or not the flamethrower, but the flare gun.
yeah,
Yes,
less useful. Um, Definitely. Could still build
I
trenches and stuff
won.
like that.
I was gonna say, I wonder if building defenses would have been better. Actually, no, it kind of would have been during like, because let's just think about it. You could just build sandbags where all the destroyed buildings were and still have some cover. Hmm. Hmm. Something maybe I should try. Oh, here I come trying to attack from a different angle than just coming straight from the middle
Yeah,
and down the street. It kind of worked out,
sure did.
but
Oh,
those STGs, man, ooh, hurts.
medium range, pretty amazing, um, for sure. And provided they own guys with 5-star weapon skill, even better. So at this stage of
Freaking
the game, I
better.
was no longer panicking, and I was back into normal mode,
Normal mode.
just locked in, and not comfortable because I'm playing against you. I have to be 100% concentrating all the time. Uh,
Same here, honestly.
and so, oh, actually, those guys got mines. I don't know how I accidentally managed to buy AP miners. But it's often good to just remember that the German half-track comes with a box-fed MG on the back as well. You can take out the inventory and just give it to a random guy.
Honestly, I never utilize them. I
there's
always
the
forget
mats.
little stuff like that.
I think I think it is those things that add up over the course of a game.
Mhm. Honestly, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and I'm wondering what I could have done differently to secure the early win here. Honestly, maybe I should have just ignored the midpoint and go straight for your point. Obviously, hindsight's 2020. I see you barely have anything over there, but
Yep.
yeah, no, you got a lot of stuff in the mid right now. You lost the majority of it just right now, but you still have way more than I did, and
Well,
they're SDGs and they're scarier.
well, now that I have a flare pistol, oh yeah, to those things. All right, it's going to be very hard to ever push me out of the middle, to be honest.
Hmm.
Especially if you don't keep pushing up and push me completely off.
Oh
Um,
no, I couldn't. I could not. Every time I did, I got destroyed by those SDGs. I'd see my elite infantry go from like 300 and like what 75 to like 0 in a matter of seconds.
mm, one thing I do, you always find a good position for your dushks.
It's
So,
one of my favorite things to do. Honestly, I feel like a good machine gun placement is is can be really troublesome and a really good
definitely.
support. A little supporting piece would always be nice. Unfortunately, in this match, that disco wasn't the best spot. It could take out all those infantry over there behind the town over there, going into that little ditch. But
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I should have utilized that a little advantage more. Maybe I should have tried to cut maybe like all the way around on the east, like the southeastern side of the town, push down where that little frozen river is at, and try to come up behind you. Maybe that would have been better. You do have the half track there, but I did have the T-70 still alive at this point of the game. Definitely, maybe a flank would have been better than just constantly trying to attack it head on.
Possible. Always, if you do, yeah, relieve or try and put pressure on the side, then I would probably try and push more pressure through the middle. So it's a bit of a balancing act in an evenly matched game. Because of course, if someone pushes you on one side, you're going to try and push the opposite side. So it's as I do get the kill on the crew, but of course that's going to be easily recrewed.
Mhm.
I would say
Another reason
this.
why I really like MGs.
Yep, to
Yikes.
get the trade.
No, not even a trade.
Oh, the
You live.
I'm still
I died.
not a good trade
Mm,
then.
No, not a good trade whatsoever.
Yes. I think what you could
Oh,
have done
dude.
early game would probably be to have made a heavy infantry push with push the T-70 right up with that infantry, and also push an officer in at the back of the point.
Mm, no, that's a good suggestion. Honestly, I'm really timid when it comes to my vehicles. I don't really like to risk them like that. Well, for good reason. I'm getting Panzerfaust in the face.
Yep. Um, Definitely no one likes to have first in the face, I would say. It's
No doubt.
bad for your health. Um, but that's
It
down to
makes me
you.
feel a little depressed, honestly. It hurts me more emotionally than it does physically. It's like, oh well, there goes that little tank. Well, it's useless now.
Oh, nice.
Ah, God, it always hurts seeing it. The damn tree.
G- That's yeah. There's a little bit of an art to using an artillery signaler. You got to make sure that green dot is going to land right where you want it to land, and that's how you know if it's
I
not going to
should have,
landslide on a tree.
I should have played it more safe and just went down the road, but I didn't want to get him so close because he had a bunch of STGs and I had nothing.
Sure.
At this point, I could guarantee you, I had basically no one left. Like I have
It looks
no
that way.
infantry presence in the middle. Nothing. I think maybe I have probably a random few guys scattered around, but definitely.
Yeah,
You honestly, if you wanted to, you could have just easily pushed
kept
me
walking up.
straight. Yeah, kept pushing up because I'm pretty sure I had like absolutely nothing, and I think right now I kind of put a little more defenders onto my home point because I saw that your random scouts, so just the guys over there on the west, managed to kill almost all of just the random
Ah,
soldiers I had just scattered there. I like there was like about three, and they all died. I was like, oh shoot, I had to reinforce it a couple of times because I thought you were gonna try to push me there and completely triple cap me. As you
yeah,
taught me before,
yeah.
you do not want to get triple capped, and
Nope,
I've definitely been on the end of triple caps, and they end the game very fast.
I definitely do. I think what I could have done, the reason I didn't keep pushing is because the T60 was parked there, and I was going to lose all my infantry to the infantry
Ah,
meat grinder that's parked right at the back of the point. But I guess
that is fair.
I've got nothing to kill a T60 with this doctrine really, because it doesn't come with any sort of tank.
Yeah, I
So
probably should have utilized that advantage a little more, honestly. Maybe, yeah, no, I'm kind of agreeing with you. I probably should have just went all in onto your home point with just shove it right there,
yeah,
and it
the
probably would
moment's
have
gone
did
for
work.
that. Possibly, oh, it might still be there even now, but definitely before it when you had 800 points. If you made that
Hmm.
push with an officer and put it at the back of my home point, I reckon I couldn't have
You
had that.
definitely could have probably kicked me out, maybe. I'm not sure. There, you do have a lot of elite infantry just kind of here, but actually, actually, no. As honestly, it's kind of really up for debate because we both have artillery signalers. You don't really have a light vehicle that could easily get rid of it. You could obviously push up the smoke and try to shoot it with Panzerschreck. And again, you get lucky. You
Okay.
manage to escape my grasp once
Uh,
again.
I was like, how did that? You got a stray round. Oh, and I just get it right down behind that embankment there. Quite
It
lucky.
would have killed them, but still it wouldn't have mattered. He would have just grabbed his stuff from his inventory.
Yeah.
A nice little thing you could do with the artillery signaler, unless if the artillery round was big enough to absolutely delete the body. That
True.
actually has happened to me before in a match with you before. You shot me
Mm.
with a freaking giant, like I think it was an SU-52 round. I don't know. It was a big ass HE explosion, and literally the corpse was gone. It was just deleted.
It's turned into soup, like just like soup basically, and just a
So,
little puddle on the ground with a flare pistol. Well, not even the flare pistol probably got
no, it was not there.
destroyed as well.
Just
So
gone. Hmm.
that can happen. And then also
Yeah.
the way you can lose a signaler is if you miss it, if it dies, if it gets shot and it drops to the ground, and it will despawn after probably about 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh, I see.
So you can lose one
You know,
pretty.
I will tell you. This is a little bit of a close kept secret, but I think I'll just say it right now. I have been on a receiving end of where I fought an opponent and he managed to steal my artillery signal. He
Jesus.
managed to steal my equipment. That I think is the ultimate slap in the face. That really hurt in an emotional level, spiritual level, and physical level.
Absolutely, when you're I'm imagining that sounds like Age of Empires where you can use a monk to convert, and I thought he converted your signaler or something.
Basically, he just
Basically
he
did.
I had rushed up my artillery signal. He gunned it down and then just pushed a whole infantry squad on it and stole it before I could steal it back. It was really good play. Really good play. As you can see here, everybody in the audience, you can see my mistake here was just honestly just I just keep pushing into this midpoint. I probably should have just changed. I should have changed something, but I kept trying to throw my head against the wall.
Mm,
Not a good idea. Sometimes it's probably a good idea just to reorganize and attack from a different angle, attack from a different point.
I do have
I
my.
feel like usually games where I win against you, it's that's what I do. It's just that okay, I lost the mid and now I'm just gonna full focus on your home point or a different point. I feel like that's every single time. I feel like almost every time. I feel like that's where I win for the most part.
Yeah, when you push me
It's
into my home, you make an early push onto my home point. Usually that's how it's worked out for you.
mm-hmm.
But if you keep pushing into the middle, like just bang your head against the door, then especially against Germans, like now we're in the 30-minute mark and I've got stronger units than you at this stage. So you
Mm-hmm.
really want to close it out as early as you can as the Soviets, generally, as they get weaker and
Honestly,
weaker.
I feel like the Soviets are the strongest in tier one to tier two, and then after that,
That's true.
tier three, it's where it's in the Germans, I guess, court. Yep, the ball's
Yep.
in the Germans' court.
Yep. And I use all my DP here into my Tiger because I'm sick of these T60s. I'm like, okay, I think the 88 will be able to deal with those. I think I might be wrong. But I want to use my first shot always as the most impactful. This is pretty good. You hit the ammo box behind you. Get a nice boost to the shield. And I see that brick building. The green reticle there is indicating it's blocked that you get out.
Luckily, with Stalinium, I managed to survive a shot from the King Tiger. He did track me though, so it's just the sit and duck.
I think so.
That's for sure.
Alright, they've hit the engine because it's smoking, but bounce.
And I bounce an 88 with a T60.
Yes, you do. Historically accurate.
Very much so. He's just it's just Russian armor. What do you expect? Troublesome like that.
Maybe nothing good there. So you've got a big boy at the back of the map there.
Yep, the 152. I'll just tell the audience right here and now. I thought the 152 would have been a good buy because I would just love giant explosive, high explosive shells at the point, and I'd probably kill infantry. But I'll tell you, as you can see throughout the course of the match, you tell me if it was a good buy or not. Because honestly, it probably could have been a little bit better. Not sure.
We'll have
Or
to.
maybe I should have just tried to, you know, get a IS-2. Maybe that would have been better. Who knows?
Possibly. It's got a basically an artillery piece for a main gun. So
Mhm.
we'll have to wait and see how this one's going to play out. But we're pretty much running slowly. We're running lower and lower on infantry.
It's getting to the
As
point of the match where we're gonna run out of MP and we're just gonna throw our scraps at each other.
yep.
It usually ends like this when we fight each other.
yeah. And so now there's not really any. It's not really quite possible to attack either flank, to attack like your home point or my home point because we can't really spare the
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 manpower.
manpower to
In,
do
in
that.
in both instances, the actual physical manpower of our infantry, as well as just the resource in the game, because we don't get that much back.
I have saved up 460 manpower. And my strategy is just to save only for STG squads, and which come in two forms. Just the guys on the boots on the ground, and they come in a half truck as well.
I
To the
think I
Germans.
get a sapper squad. Yeah, I think I get a sapper squad with the flamethrowers as well as the guards riflemen. And the guards riflemen aren't as powerful as your STGs, that's for sure. Honestly, maybe it would have been better if I just strictly and solely. Oh, the game bugged out, but solely just got sappers, the bigger of sapper squads with just all the SMGs. Maybe that would have been better. Who knows?
Yeah, we got you got two like self-propelled artillery there actually, and so
Yes, I get the SU. I think it's the 122. Because same thinking as the 152. I thought I'd just be able to lob HE shells and I should just clear it out very easily. But as you can see throughout the course of the match, you're going to see how effective it's going to be. I honestly, now seeing here, a waste of an artillery shot. That's for sure.
Yep. Yeah.
I
Good
was
for
hoping, I
waste.
was hoping there was an infantry there and to destroy those buildings so I could push up. That was the game plan there.
Sweet.
Hindsight, not worth it.
Oh.
Especially if my infantry just get fragged out like that.
Oh. Walking a valuable squad into that flare though. I remember I definitely was yelling at yelling at myself. Graham, what are you doing? Don't throw it away here. It's because you're starting to come back again. 850
Yep,
points.
there you go. That if I would have got that infantry squad, I think the game would have maybe been mine.
Possibly. I can't bring out too many STG squads. They're always on.
Mm,
Feels like they're always on cooldown.
huge cooldown, honestly. Because I'll tell you here, my thought process, right? Because I'm going back on the vehicles that I chose here. I definitely had a feeling that you were going to sit back and have the King Tiger just kind of chill and not really push up or be aggressive with it. It was just a hunch, honestly. And I was
Yep.
thinking, well, I could just lob HE. But as you can already see right now, they have shot a couple of volleys already, and they haven't really done too much. As you see in the kill feed, the thing that's really doing work is my artillery signal, as valuable as it always is, especially in 1v1 battle zones. Honestly, I feel like it's valuable in any game mode. Honestly,
Oh yeah.
even domination.
Big fan of the big fan of the artillery signal.
Mm-hmm.
As this tiger's been sitting here not doing anything. I really should have killed this T60 ages ago. But I think there's a slight roof in the way.
Yeah, I think that stone building roof is really just, and the little snow pile is just really messing you up there.
Actually, I see this guy with the flare, and I did consider in the future sniping him with the tiger. When you're aiming the flare, that I thought maybe I could get a snipe with an AP shell onto that guy, but we'll see that come up soon. The higher, that would be more possible when you have a high veterancy tank,
Yep.
very high accuracy. 15 kills on this half track still. Not too bad.
Honestly, those half tracks. You get so many half tracks with the yellow and west
Always.
doctrine. It's crazy.
Always. Still missing.
Still just not hitting the T60. Honestly, I thought that T60 was so dead that I just completely ignored it, like fully.
Yeah. Now it is.
Well, now it is, but honestly, I probably could have made it a little more useful.
It definitely. Well, I think it definitely was a worthwhile buy in the long run.
It
But
did. It was a hamper on your infantry a lot. And I run over two of my sapper squad members as I'm direct controlling the SU 152.
turn them into, yeah, minced meat under the tracks of that. That's not a good way to. It's not how you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game's kind of
Yeah,
slowed. It's
unfortunately.
slowed down in pace as it
Definitely.
often does. It was so much more hectic earlier on, probably like the 10-minute mark.
A lot of different things happening in the 10-minute mark. Your home point getting attacked, the middle being kind of
Absolutely.
volatile, just really rough on your part. Like I said, I was really satisfied with the beginning I had,
It
but
was.
definitely, yeah, no, this is not good. And that half track right there, now being my bane of existence for infantry there. Honestly, maybe I should have tried to kill it, but you have You've got more range on the Tiger than I do with the 152.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I definitely did not want to risk the 152 dying like that. Honestly, maybe I should have just went full balls to the wall and tried to kill the Tiger too. Who knows?
That would have
That
been
is
a
a
bit.
very risky play. Very
Yeah,
risky play.
only if I was exposing it as well, leaving it out in the open. If I was doing that,
Hmm.
then you could have tried a shot. Um, it has 200 range, I think. Your 152, so you have to get just catch you by surprise.
Hmm. Definitely.
Oh,
Yeah, and you're over here getting your most elite infantry with STG, while I'm pretty sure at this point I'm like purely buying like guardsmen.
ah, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was not because I both my sappers were on cooldown and just not good in terms of manpower. I think he had more manpower than me at this certain point of
Yep.
the game.
Yep. I've still got 300
And as you can
units.
clearly see so far, it's been a good handful of minutes, and those self-propelled guns have done jack shit.
I haven't been noticing them
Re-
like I did the 260s. I think the 260s are a lot more
well, I
beneficial.
mean, when you're lobbing freaking hundreds of rounds in a matter of seconds, yeah, they're more noticeable, and they were doing actual damage. So that's
Yep.
another reason why they were noticeable. I will say here, I should have definitely been way better with my infantry micro. As you probably see throughout the course of this game, there's not been really any like grenade micro on my part for the most part.
Hmm.
I don't know if you
It's
noticed that.
I do notice that the games that I've played that the enemy player is doing a lot of grenade micro, it's usually a tough, very tough game to play against
I
because
feel like
it adds up.
I would have just made the game go a lot longer if I would have been more on point with my micro. I neglected it a lot right there. And Panzerfaust, what was that?
You managed to just right there. That was a good position for a half track, but you managed to get a nice cheeky Panzer fist.
Oh yes, the Panzerfaust in the half track of the building. Now I remember.
I love it when you have a grenade in your hand and you get
And
hit
it
with a
blows up in
huge
your hand.
shell and it blows up. So
As you
that
can see
was
there, the 122 and the 152 still not being any use here. And I
terrible.
had vision on the point, and I saw your units too. There's another bad thing about those vehicles is that they kind of just took their sweet time from shooting. Like they okay, he shot himself right there. Oh wait, no, that was me. I think. No, that was me, and it hit the freaking well, hit whatever it was back there. But yeah, no. Honestly, I've now realized how infantry, not infantry heavy, but how micro heavy the freaking self-propelled guns were. Because I thought they were
Yeah,
just gonna continue lobbing shells, and I could focus on infantry micro, but no, because there was often times where they just would not shoot. Yeah, at this point in the
it's
game, honestly, I'd call it game here because I have no infantry presence. I had barely like little any, and I started getting desperate. Started
okay.
pushing up these vehicles here.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I've still got a little bit of manpower saved up and a lot of
Look at
elite
that,
infantry left.
two shots right off the bat on those two freaking elite infantrymen, and they just barely got half health down.
What about this guy? Takes a full half a clip of STG
It's payback.
7.92 and what a
It's
trooper.
payback.
Get out the way there.
It's payback for your SGG guy surviving that freaking those two HE rounds from the self-propelled guns.
It is annoying
And
sometimes.
another bonus about having if better map control and infantry presence all across the map, uh, you could do stuff like this. I had no idea the King Tiger moved. No
Yep.
idea.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
I'd teleported it over here secretly and second shot kills my friend, kills my grenadier.
Yeah, no, definitely important to have. This is why infantry is so important in so many aspects in the game. Like just having that reconnaissance and me having little to any in comparison, because I'm pretty sure all the guys that I did have were further back, and I could not catch the King Tiger before it surprised me. Luckily, you did lose vision of it, so it managed to survive a little bit longer. Yeah, every single time I managed to get a
That was
blob of
frustrating.
infantry there, a full squad. You still had artillery signal rounds as well as the two centimeter on the hill. And now that all the buildings are gone, I have like absolute no cover from the 2 centimeters, so it has free range.
Yeah, it's racked up
Ooh,
22 kills here. Um,
that hurts.
at this stage, yeah,
And there
it's
were a couple of times where I told that T-70 right there in the background in the mini map to actually take shots in your half track, but it just chose not to. So sometimes the AI is really good in your favor, and other times they just do whack. They don't do anything.
they do that. That is true. It's now time to spam SMG guys out of manpower because that's all we got. That's all we're gonna get income for. And this SU was a little bit frustrating towards the end of the game here to try and get a shot off. It would just I could see it and I'm gonna line a shot up and then it disappear.
Disappears.
Okay, that makes sense. It would just disappear.
Yeah, at this point, literally no infantry presence. The self-propelled guns were the only things that it really had, and they pretty much had nothing to show for it. It was so bad that my 152 ran out of ammo, and I couldn't resupply it.
You could just snipe with a huge train engine of a round. You do have a
Mm,
squad coming in, but
they're not really gonna do much. They got no cover out in the open. You got a half track, the the freaking points crawling with STGs, yeah, and,
that's a
and the
bit.
2 centimeter. Yep. It's pretty much over. I
Yeah.
don't think I can really put on any more, how do you say, useful commentary that would just show how Jover it is.
We'll wrap it up there, and this is at the end of the day, I do get the win this time, but maybe
Mm-hmm.
in the next game we do, I would say the next commentary we do, there might be a slightly different outcome. But stay tuned on Beast channel for that one.
Yep,
The
totally.
Tiger backs off, very cinematic.
Hmm.
And we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for watching.
What a scaredy cat.
See you next time.
See ya.